Today, we're going to talk about, I wanted to make sure that you guys all saw the email about the new model explained. So for a couple years, we haven't had a new model explained. It had all of the old revenue share information. It had even like E&O, that wasn't correct. And it was kind of a long video, to be honest. So now, if you go to themodelexplained.com, Brent shot a new video. I've watched it. It's 28 minutes. I'm just going to click, we won't watch it, but once you click the video, it'll take you to a new screen. And as you can see, it's less than 27 minutes. This one, I think, is just done so nicely. I thought he had some slides that popped up, but I might be going over them too fast. But he does a really great job. It's definitely, revenue share heavy, right? But it's just a great video. So now when you're, explaining EXP and you're like, what video should I send? There's a couple of them. So the first one, if they're more maybe production minded and they want to know more about EXP than maybe revenue share, they just kind of want, like give me the nuts and bolts of, what EXP is about. Then we have a video on our YouTube channel. Let me find it here. I'll give you guys the link so you can save it directly, but it's like an 8-minute video and it goes over just what EXP is. Just right here it is. 10 minutes, I guess. Share. So I'll put this in the chat. Save this so you guys have it. So this one would be just the, here's what EXP is all about. I'll pull it up quick so you can see it.
Welcome to EXP.
But it goes through all the slides, right? Well, it still shows the old world in there, I guess, but that doesn't really matter. But it talks about the new revenue share, how you unlock it, talks about what our caps are, what our fees are. So everything's in there, which is nice. So that link, save that. If you can't find it, it's on my YouTube channel and it's just called EXP Realty Explained. I got it from somebody else and just uploaded it to my YouTube. So that's where I got it. The one thing though, when you're sharing YouTube is that all these other videos on the side come up, right? So it's not always ideal to share a YouTube video, but this one's really great if you want something quick. Okay, so back to themodelexplained.com. One thing I did want to point out to you guys is that you can see it says step 1 here, step 2, and step 3. So there's actually 3 videos on the screen to go over exactly what it's all about. And so when you click into it to play step 1, after you play it, then you can click to the revenue share calculator or the deep dive, which is step number 2. Now, step number 2 is Russ's video. How many of you have seen this video from Russ? Joe has, Todd has. Okay, great. So some of you have seen it. If you haven't, he does a good job explaining it. He likes to draw on his whiteboard, so it's all there. This, I think, is this 6 minutes. So it's super fast again. And this would be step 2 for them. And again, so the reason that they do more than one video is sort of to immerse them into the different types of learning styles at EXP, but also this one is more production focused as well as how you earn extra money. So they're different videos, but if you send it to someone, you need to direct them that there's going to be 3 videos. So the last video is how revenue share works. And this is Brent going over the revenue share calculator that is now approved from EXP. Has anyone seen this video yet? Joe has. Okay, I'm actually going to play this video because I think it's really good and I just want us to watch it. It's 11 minutes. So let me make sure my audio is going to share correct. Let's see. Okay, I can't find. Oh, there we go. Okay, I think it's going to share my computer audio, so hopefully you guys can hear it. Kieran, will you give me a thumbs up if you can hear it, okay?
Sure.
Okay, one of the things I so appreciated when I came to EXP is that they have a 5-year plan. Like if you fail to plan, you plan to fail by definition. You know, I was at Remax and Keller Williams and other independent brokerages over my 30-year career. And no one said, hey, we got a 5-year plan. You don't have to do this again if you don't want to. Like an off ramp, an exit strategy, a retirement, like a 401k or a pension. It's none of those things because it's way better than all of those things. So here's how it works. When I saw this, I mean, I like the stock, I like the CRMs, I like the 10 to 15 to 20 live classes a day, farm and ranch, luxury, residential, biz ops. You know, we sell wineries and resorts. I mean, the whole thing. That was great, but this blew me out of my seat. So let's just get into it. I'm going to explain how revenue share works, how it's calculated. Just watch. Do yourself this favor. This is everything. This is why we'll be the largest real estate company in the world. So I just checked right now, the average sales price coast to coast is $516,000. So it's going to show you how revenue share is calculated and paid out. And I couldn't believe it. And so the average commission, of course, some agents get 2, some get 3, some get more than 3. We're going to go with 2.5. Nice average. Average number of homes sold, according to NAR, for decades has been 6. We're going to go with that. I get it. Some do 2 or 4 or none. Some do 6 or 8 or 10 or 30 or 40 or 340. I'm just going to say normal folks selling 6 homes a year, a home every couple of months. What would happen? And let's say that your first year, you personally refer 16 agents to EXP. I think I went to Remax for 12 years and referred over 100. I was at almost 9 years, 10 years at Keller Williams, referred 55. They made the switch. And so here, 16. It's a 1 home every month, and every 3rd month, 1 home. 1 agent you list, sponsor, recruit, whatever you want to refer, whatever word you like to put on it. And we copy this from Keller Williams. They have 7 levels, but they became the largest real estate company in the world with this. But this is like, wow, wow, wow. And I was at Keller for 9, 10 years. This is shocking. So watch very close. So you tell one a month for 12 months, and every 3rd month you do 2. Is that realistic? I did 5 a month for 5 months. I did 25 in 5 months. And so, yes, you could do 16 your first year. It is realistic. I'm like, I don't really know if I want to do that. Well, do you want to list $16 million homes or $5 million homes? Or do you want to do 16 homes at 50,000 each? You can decide, hey, I would love to sell an average sales price of $700,000 a home. I'd love to do 32 of those. Or 1.4 million, I'd love to do 60 of those. It's just a number and a target, but this is doable. And let's say these are called level 1 agents if you refer them. So I'm going to put 16 here. So here's how revenue is calculated. So every time these agents sell a home, you're going to get paid by EXP. They're on an 80-20 split. 80% goes to the agent, 20% goes to EXP. Now, at all my prior brokers, they pretty much kept it all, except for Keller Williams. They shared back some of the profits. What's that number? Impossible to tell you. It depends upon, did the office make any profit? If it didn't make any profit, nothing goes back. If they made a little bit of profit, a little bit goes back. If they made a medium amount of profit, a medium. But if they made a bunch, you could get a bunch. And certainly people made a lot of money with profit sharing at Keller Williams over the years. But watch this. This is off the top. It's manipulable. Yeah, that's a mouthful. And so you tell 16. And let's say the next year they each tell 4. They're not as outgoing as you. They tell 4. I did 5 a month for 5 months. Let's say they do 4, 1 a quarter. So what that means is there would be 64 agents on your tier 2. And every time they sell a home, you're getting paid. If they all sold a home in the same month, you get paid 64 times in a month. Now you're starting to get the whole compounding. I think it was Benjamin Franklin said that compounding is the eighth wonder of the world. It wasn't Warren Buffett. I'm pretty sure that was Benjamin Franklin. And then let's say this group, they don't tell one a quarter, they tell one every 6 months. They're less outgoing. They tell two people a year. Just going to give you an example, hypothetical. So 2 times 64 is 128 agents on your what? Tier 3. So if they all sell a home, you're getting paid 128 times a month from every agent on tier 3. As soon as you tell people, they tell people. Now to get paid on tier 4, you have to refer 5. You personally have to refer 5 agents. In this case, you referred 16, more than enough. So let's say that, but referring 5 unlocks tier 4. Referring 10 unlocks tier 5. Referring 15, you personally referring 15 agents. Say here I have 16, unlocks 6 tiers. For level 7, you have to refer 30, but it's a huge payout. We're not even going to go there. Let's just say you just do 16. Now, I did 25 in 5 months. You can get there. I did it easily. But let's say these 128, they'd still 2 people, 1 person every 6 months. So that gives you 256 agents on your tier 4. Now, remember, unless you sponsor 5, you're not going to get paid on them. There's actually 2 types of revenue share. You'll get paid a little bit on one of them, but the big payout, you have to tell at least 5 people over the next few years, and you'll get paid on 256 agents production. It's not a little, it's a lot of money. And let's say the next year they each tell 2, that'll put you at 512 agents. This is the compounding. This is why Visa and MasterCard and American Express make a lot of money. And let's say the next year those 512 each tell 2, you would end up with 1,024 agents. So well, come on, is that really going to happen? Yes, I have thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands on my 6th level alone. So yes, it really happens. And so, but let's just, be conservative here. How much revenue share would you earn? Now, what are people doing? They're selling the average price home in America today, which is $516,000, and they are selling an average commission of 2.5%. The average number of sales is 6. And you personally referred 16 agents. Then those agents told some of their friends, who told some of their friends, and it starts compounding out. I pretty much achieved levels 1, 2, 3, and 4 in my first 6 months. And it wasn't about me. I just told 25 agents, and they told people. So you could do the same thing. And Brandon, I don't know if I'm not going. Let me help you do this. Show them this video. The person who brought you here will help you. And so rising tide rises all ships. I mean, you can go from 30 sales a year to 60 in your office, and nobody else makes any more money at your office. Here we all win together. But here's what you make 5 years from now, if you're able to do this. Could you prefer 16 agents selling average price homes at average commissions, doing 6 homes a year, not 16 or 60? What would you make? And here it is. It's $1.5 million a year with EXP revenue share. I was blown up. I'm like, what? 1 point, yep. So if you want to make 1.5 million a year, you need to refer 16 agents to EXP who average 6 sales a year at a 2.5% commission, with the average price in America today, believe it or not, it's 516,000, and there's your income. 1.5 a year. I remember thinking, if it's a quarter of that, if it's a third of that, 500, I'm in. I will do it for 3, 4, 500,000 a year. This would be incredible. Well, I was showing this to a friend of mine, and he said, look, I don't think I could do 16 my first year, but what if I did 1 a month, like 12? Yeah. What would that pay? Well, if you tell 12 and then they each tell 4 your first year, one a quarter, that'd be 48. Then the next year they each tell 1 every 6 months, that'd be 96, and so forth and so on, the compounding. By the way, you don't get paid on level 6 anymore because you only told 12. It takes 5 to unlock level 4, 10 that you have to sponsor person that you personally brought into the company. You grow the company pays you. And then 15 to unlock tier 6. In this example, you only did 12 1 a month. Now, when you get to 15 and unlock, so I've removed tier 6. You're going to make it less, and he's like, well, that's more like me. What does that pay? Well, $443,000 a year with EXP revenue share. He was, you're kidding me. I said, no, and I'm going to help you do it. So whoever gave me this video, this revenue share calculator, they want to help you do it. I want to help you do it. We all work together. You win, I win. If I do really well, the company does well. The stock becomes more valuable. I watched it go from 20 million to 1.4 billion. We're in 26 countries. We're opening Tokyo right now. We're opening Turkey right now. We're in the UK, Australia, South America, Panama, Brazil. We're growing all over the world. And so guess what? If someone in, say, Tokyo does really well, What does that have to do with you? Well, the company does well. If the company does well, their stock becomes more valuable. We're all shareholders. A rising tide rises all ships. So somebody doing well in Istanbul or Lisbon, Portugal, or Rome or Paris. I'm going to be in Barcelona, Spain in September. If they do well there, your revenue share, it's going to grow. It's pretty cool. Well, the final one, I was talking to kind of a country boy, and he goes, "Hey, I have 10 agents at my independent brokerage. What would happen if I brought those up?" I said, "Well, using the average price, again, a 516 average commission, say this all 6 years ago. So, some of mine only sell 2 or 3. I go, yeah. So you got to sell 8 or 10? He goes, well, yeah. I go, so they might average 6. He goes, okay, fair enough. And I go, 10, okay, 10. So there's that number 10. If they each average 4 their first year, 1 a quarter, you'd have 40. And it's not in your town. They tell someone in San Diego, Fresno, Portland, Seattle, Dallas. I mean, my first year, I had agents in 28 states and over 300 cities. People know people who know people. It just kind of grows. And he goes, well, yeah, what would this make me? Well, there it is, 371,000 a year with EXP revenue share, outside of commissions, outside of what you're doing. This will help you retire. This is an exit strategy that is real. And again, my first year I made $276,000. My second year I made $1.2 million. I achieved this 5-year plan in, well, okay, I didn't because it's 1.5, but close in 2 years. My third year, I made 3.5 and it kept growing from there. It's crazy. So EXP is exciting. So what should you do? Number one, stay in curiosity about the model. Learn, go to some EXP events, ask questions, make a list of questions. Number two, join us. I can't wait to meet you at an EXP event. It's been life-changing for me. Check this business out. Make a commitment, stay in curiosity about the model. Either you'll vet us in or vet us out. Either we pass the mustard test or we don't. Ask a lot of questions. Do not miss this opportunity. They say people only get a couple really, really big opportunities a lifetime. I promise you, this is one of them for you. Cannot wait to meet you, and we'll be in touch. We'll see you at the next EXP event. Bye for now.
Okay.
Okay, one of the things I
Oops,
so
sorry.
appreciated when I came to EXP is that they have a 5-year plan. Like if you fail the
Watching it
plan,
again.
you
Just
plan.
kidding. Okay, there we go.
He's
Um,
excited.
yes.
Tell us again.
Yes. We're gonna keep watching it until you're all excited, just like Brent. Um, one thing that Brent does really well, and every time I see him kind of speak, or if you see him on something or talk to him, and by the way, if you ever see him somewhere, go say hi to him. He is the nicest guy and he wants to talk to everybody. Like it's just who he is. I don't know how he has the energy for it, but he does. But one of the big things we always talk about is big decisions happen at big events. And sometimes, it's hard because we don't want to travel or, didn't put the money aside or whatever, for whatever reason, and we're not attending events. I promise you that if you feel stuck in maybe production or even revenue share, or you want to build revenue share, but you're not sure how, or you know how, but you're just not doing it, get to an event. There are tons of events yet this summer. I'm going to show you that too, where you find. So Brent he coordinates a ton of events as well. So if you go to his website, brentgove.com, and you can see all the things here, but click upcoming events. And we'll just go to local. So he has events in Sacramento every single month. He actually does it at his realtor association. It's called PCAR, and they have room for like 400 in there. And so he pays to have speakers come to train like his whole realtor association. And as EXP agents, we can go. It's free. It's always free. So here's the dates for those. They're not live streamed though, so you do have to go live. He also does a training every Tuesday. But what I wanted to show you was the build events.
Oh,
Uh,
one second, Stacie.
yeah.
You're pretty humble. But Stacie was invited to and did a presentation for Brent Cove in California. So yeah,
Thank you. Yes, I did. I got to present a business planning session, which now I kind of giggle because I'm like, man, of all the things like that people are excited about, it's generally not sitting there for 3 hours learning business planning, but that's the one I did. So, but it was a big honor. So thanks, Todd, for mentioning that. Okay, so build. If you click the map again, just on brentgove.com, you can see all of the different events that are happening. So if there isn't one close to you, maybe you're willing to fly to one of them and bring a guest. Let's see, we've got Dallas coming up end of July, LA end of July, Washington, it looks like they haven't set the date yet. Orlando, Boston, and Salem, Oregon are in August. Charlotte, Barcelona, September, and then Vancouver, Canada for October 3rd. So lots of different events. So if you want to bring someone to, now, sorry, if you want to bring someone to these, you just click to register. But let's go to Dallas. They might have the speakers on here. It's different. It's a different type of event than, of course, EXPCon. So this one in Dallas, it shows the speakers. Brent Gove, Tony King, who is Vice President of Growth, Matt Plummer, he does Profit First. Joe's mentioned him before. I think he took a class with him. Tierney, Girls with Grit, Alexis, you can see all these speakers, Casey, Tina. So they bring in really good speakers. Anna Powell, she was at Build, really cool story. So anyway, there is a cost for these tickets, but these tickets are generally like less than $100 or maybe $100. Oh, 116. Okay. So really great to bring someone to an event. Again, it gets them excited and it's not just your word for it. It's other people's stories. They get to meet other people. They're kind of immersed into the culture. So definitely something to consider and maybe put on your plan for the last half of the year. I
Stacie,
brought, oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, maybe you're going to cover this. How do agents usually support their attendees financially?
Yeah. So it can depend. Like you could either have them buy their flight, you could pay for the hotel room, vice versa. You could just reimburse them. That's probably the better idea, not buy it for them. So like have them invest in, you know, or they invest in their own flight and hotel and you buy their ticket to the event. You could do it a multitude of ways. I've paid for all of it, not the flight. I've paid for hotel and ticket. I've paid for just the ticket. Yeah. So you could do, either way. And no, I take that back. One person still has not joined that I brought to a build event. But otherwise, other people that I've brought have always joined because it's just such a great environment. So, yeah, it's a really good idea. But yeah, I would though, one thing is if you buy their flight and they don't buy their flight, they're not as attached, right, to coming. So I would probably always have them buy their flight. You could always reimburse it, but um, we had that happen kind of in the beginning. It wasn't me, but somebody else where they bought their flight and then like the person didn't get on the flight. So
Right.
yeah,
That's the
like
stories you hear sometimes, like they never,
yeah,
especially if you like open it up for everybody, like
yes,
half the
right.
people don't show up. Just,
Exactly, exactly. So yeah, you want them to be like committed type people or make sure that they have some skin in the game. Yes, and so also with EXPCon, we're going to do a game changers something during EXPCon. I'm not sure what it's going to be, but like a little get together at least. So we're still kind of working on that, but just wanted to let you know. And then also, if any of you want to go to an attractors event in Dallas, oh, sorry, Phoenix. This one's in Phoenix in September. Every quarter we come together as attractors, and then also the top 250 teams and agents. So like Janie will be there, I'll be there. So if you guys would like to come, the ticket is free and I can get you a link. And then you would just have to get your hotel and flight to Phoenix. It's at a resort, but those meetings are so good because we usually have a guest speaker. And they're combining this one this time. So it's 2 days. So the attractors and the producers are going to be in one room. And Leo always speaks. They always do some type of announcement to let us know sort of what's happening. But if you're interested in getting in a room with top attractors and top producers, this is the room. And so you can just send me a message and I can get you the link for that so you can register. Unless you got it because you are top attractor or top 250, then hopefully you registered. One other thing I want to share, and then I'll open it up for any questions. Let me find it. No, I got too many things open. Oh, did everyone see the access for assistance is changing? So there's another toolkit called Assistant Access. And basically, if you have an unlicensed assistant, and you want them to have access to the tools, like before it was $30 a month, but now they've actually done a tiered system and included some other things. So if your assistant is just more of a marketing assistant, helping with branding and content and promotion, they can have access for $20 a month. They don't have access to the CRM, but they do to Okta with their own login, EXP email, Slack. I don't even know what Coda is, and Canva. If you're more of a transaction assistant, they're like contract to close, that's $30 a month. They still don't have access to the CRMs, but they have everything up here plus SkySlope. So SkySlope charges EXP per seat. And so that's why this one's included, but then they have their own access. And then business assistant. So this is like the person that's like your operations person. And this is $40 a month. They get access to the CRM of choice, and then they get access to all the tools as well. So this is the only one that includes access to the CRM. So if your admin is in your CRM, helping you with leads, sending, different reports, setting up searches, whatever, you might want to do this one for $40 a month. And so if you go to the EXP toolkits, then you can submit that access, and you can always make a change as well. So we received this email sometime over the weekend. Maybe it was even this morning. I just saw it today. And so check that out. And that way you have the right access that you want. And here is all the like program overview, FAQs, contact us, all of those things. So be sure and check that out. All right. Anybody have any questions or anything revenue share, toolkits, Brent's videos, events? Anything or anything, I guess. You're muted, Joe.
I threw it in chat. I can find the link for it, but Russ Lagan does a really good job on explaining the model. He barely touches rev share at all. But I can throw that in chat if you want. But after I finish a discovery call, the email summary that goes out, I actually use Claude to help me format it. But it just goes out thanking them, references stuff that we talked about during the discovery call, gives them the link to Russ Lagan's EXP Explained, the 32-page PowerPoint, and then invites them to a free coaching call that I go to every Monday through Friday. It's John Dietz's Survive to Thrive.
Oh,
Just to give them something of value just for spending the time to talk to me and get to know them.
Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, I like that you invite them to that call too. That's a good idea. Is that video different than the one they put on Brent's thing, Russ's video?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to,
I think I've
I got
seen,
my PC there, but I'm trying to pull it up on
yeah,
my laptop.
yeah, I think I've seen it too, because Chris Mullenberg sent it to me like a long time ago, and it is good. Russ does a good job like simplifying kind of, you know, big information, and he draws it all out, which kind of makes you a little more engaged in it too. So yeah, if you find that awesome.
I'm just going to grab the email template.
Okay.
It's in there.
Okay, perfect. That's awesome. Um, oh, awesome. So Janie has a training on luxury attraction if anybody wants it. Is that the one you did live and then you have the recording of it, Janie? Okay, well, just let Janie know if you guys want that luxury training on how to attract agents with luxury. I know I have a copy of the recording. So if you give her your email, she will send you that recording as well. So perfect. All right. Anything else for today? Don't forget that our calls have kind of shifted a little bit. We've got Monday's call with Lars. Make sure you're in the school community. Tomorrow we have Lynn. Oh shoot, I just forgot her last name. Lynn Miller with EXP on our collaborative call, and she's going to talk about everything Canva. So she was part of the whole Canva, bringing it to EXP, the whole enterprise. And so she's going to talk all about it. So make sure and attend that. And then Thursday, our attraction calls are back with John Mikish. And that is Thursday at I believe it's 1 p.m. Eastern as well. And you just go to attractiontraining.com like before. So we've got those as well. Excuse me. All right. Well, if we don't have anything else, we'll let you guys go a little bit early today, but hopefully you'll use that video. Watch Brent's if you haven't seen it, the 28-minute one. And if you need any help or anything, please do reach out. Good to see you guys here today. I hope you had a great holiday, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Stacie, if you want it, I'm going to drag and drop that email into the chat.
Okay, I'll wait and then I'll put it in the Facebook. Thanks.
In that case, we might want to edit it because this is literally
Yeah,
a
I'll
copy and
just
paste from an email I sent to an agent I just finished with on Friday, and our next call is Wednesday.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the link out of it and share
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you'll see the entire email then, or anybody who grabs it. Well, that's the email, and Claude takes the transcript from the discovery call and integrates the stuff from there. I mean, it even references her 1-year-old son that came up on
Oh,
the
cute.
Zoom.
That is cute. Yeah. Okay, perfect. I see it.
Yeah,
Okay.
and I learned how to do that stuff in Mike Wiseman's AI class that he was teaching.
Yeah, I only got on a couple of them. He did a great job. Yeah, he's such a good guy.
If you have access to the Go High Level account there, the replays are inside there.
Oh, okay. Oh, perfect. I might go back and I think I do. Yeah. If I don't, I'll reach out to you.
All
You
right.
always have all the stuff. All right. Thank
Take
you.
care.
Have a good day. Bye.